Hey everybody, it's Adam from Tested, and you know it's no secret that I love costumes, and I am standing in costume mecca right now. I'm standing at the SHN Orpheum Theater in San Francisco where The Lion King is playing. The Lion King is maybe the most costume-packed show you will ever see, and they are allowing Tested to get a view behind the scenes, backstage, of the incredible costumes that make this show so great. There's a reason it's been running for 20 years, and we're about to take a look at some of the secrets. So we're just after a show. Every single one of these has been dressed and left and come back. It's gotta be mayhem back here during a show. That's incredible. Man, I can't even tell you how great it is to see it up close. It's even better than from the stage.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. You know, he's one of the only hand puppets in our show, which we're known as a puppet show, but he's the only hand puppet. So.
May I?
Yeah, please. So, let's see, right hand.
Oh, I see, okay.
All right.
Oh, so he talks like that.
He does.
Wow, and that's
it's the Slinky. Junior Slinky.
He's beautiful, thank you. And he can close his eyes?
Open and close, so he has a neutral. Yeah. Neutrals just let him go, and then open and close.
Oh, wow, you can be surprised. What?
Yeah, you can pop them.
Oh, there you go. How are you? Oh my God, he's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
then
so
the
light.
other hand is you gotta pull that open, so let him out from you, because you're gonna hit yourself in the face.
Oh, okay.
And then you gotta pull that lever down. Yep, I think you're there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that is cool. Ha 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 ha. Wow. I really can't believe how light he is. He maybe weighs like 4 pounds.
4 pounds, wow, you're good. 4 pounds.
Really?
Yep.
Now, these puppets get tremendous amounts of use. I can see they're built in steel and TIG welded and Delrin and some really durable stuff, but you spend a lot of time repairing.
A ton of time. And you know, a lot of it's just feathers, it's just cosmetic, but when things go badly on him, they tend to go very badly. So when that rod breaks, just metal fatigue.
Whew. And you try to keep on top of it, obviously. You've had some disasters during shows?
Yeah, definitely. This is all hidden in there, so it's hard to tell when it's about to go.
Right.
So when it does go, basically the handle separates from the head, so he has to grab the wire and play the scene like that.
Oh my gosh.
So until he can get off stage to get another bird.
Oh, and you have extra standing by.
We have an extra of Zazu, just because that happens.
Yeah, and these are the beautiful lion heads. Again,
so
much more intricate than I even could imagine from the audience.
Yeah, so Simba is 150 hours of work to get him to this state.
For each headdress.
For each one. So it's all the hair and all the hand-cut little chain links and leather pieces.
I mean, it really feels like a piece of ceremonial art.
Yeah, and so much of our stuff is, it's taken right from the actual source, from the Maasai tribe and from a lot of different African tribes. So
this feels like genuine horsehair?
It is, it is.
So this is the one, this is Simba's, but the Mufasa and Scar, their helmets actually have this extra movement in them.
They're articulated, so we have mechanical motors that they wear on their hips.
What? Can I see the?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is the Scar mask, and it's even more impressive up close than from the audience. Holy cow, is it beautiful?
Yeah.
And there's multiple points of articulation on this.
Yeah, so he has a couple different options, whereas Mufasa has one option. The mask comes out and down.
Right.
This guy has a couple different options. He actually wears the finger control in his hand.
So it's a motor.
It's 2 motors, 2 separate motors and battery packs and the whole deal.
Oh, wow. So it's a little cable-driven rig. And can you operate it?
Absolutely. And so what he can do is he can do 2 things. 1 and 2.
Wow.
And then how he operates them in conjunction is where he gets that articulation. And it takes so little. Just that little tilt of the head gives you everything you need.
That's incredible. And does each actor who plays Scar find their own relationship with the mechanics to build the performance?
Yeah, exactly right. You know, it's all has to be organic. It's very thoughtful.
And you travel with 2 of these per show?
So they all have their own helmets.
Right.
But the mask is unique. It's one. We have one mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's a little scary. Yeah.
I had no idea when I was watching it. It really looked like the actor was actually with their body being able to manipulate the head. I did not realize that so the actors are then strapping the motor. They're wearing
Cables,
controllers,
up their arm.
motors, battery packs.
Yep. All hidden in that little jodhpur thing. And you know, it's so important too, is just that the puppetry of the articulation, if it did just go up and down without that movement, it would just lose everything. So it really matters that they become connected.
Do you build a relationship with each of the characters in terms of fixing them and repairing them?
Yes. So some characters are more of a nemesis relationship, and then other characters are, you know, very much a love relationship. So Scar's motors are more of a nemesis.
So I see. You've got this actually. The finger slips in this so that the actor
is inside there. So
whoops.
So hit that switch.
This one.
Yep.
Oh, wow. It's so sensitive.
Yeah. And it really takes some practice.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, I'll bet if the actor gets it wrong here, they can feel it.
Not only that, but if the actor gets it totally wrong, having this be the actor's face,
it can come in. Whoops.
Is not so fun.
Yeah.
So he can literally scrape it down his face, which makes makeup insane.
So this is a fiberglass or carbon fiber?
This is actually a thermoplast.
Oh.
And then urethane for the straps.
So is each one of these handmade to the actor that's playing the role?
Yeah, we heat this plastic up and drop it right on their head.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that's much easier than making a fiberglass mold of their head. So is there a specific kind of like wool cap or something you put on to protect them from the heat of the thermoplast, or no, just right on top of their head?
We mask it. We say it's like a spa treatment. Yeah. So over here we have a giraffe head. These little clumps of hay.
Yeah.
Become the giraffe mane.
Nice.
So, you know, we get this at your local hardware store.
Right.
And then cut that broom in bits and...
May I?
Yeah, please. So it's 4 feet long. It's so important that somebody wears this on their head.
Right.
That it be super light.
I've made costumes for my head and it's awful.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. And this is...
2 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. What is the material?
So that's all carbon fiber, and then just thrown in mold, glued together, and then the broom.
And I see you've got an adjustable head piece in here with a little snowboard binder kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah, originally developed for shoes in the 80s by Nike. And I don't know if you're from the 80s, you know that those never worked.
Oh, so do these give you some trouble?
Not anymore. We found a way to make them work, but for shoes, terrible.
Oh, it fits perfectly. It's like it was built for me.
Right? Wow.
That is really not bad.
Yeah? Good.
I mean, yeah, wow. That is a lot of work that the actors are right there. It's 2 pounds. But 4 feet away from your head.
That's exactly
the amount of force on the muscles of my neck is huge. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And what kind of trouble do the giraffes give you? I mean, the giraffes are this whole extra. You're dressing people. They've got stilts on. They've got arm stilts.
Yeah. And the stilts are unusual. They're not like drywall stilts. They're not like circus stilts. They're essentially giant high heels, because your back foot is on that kind of an angle. Right.
But is it connected to their calf at all?
It is. It goes
so they've
up the shin, not so much
the
the calf. So yeah, they're strapped in there, and there's no way out for them.
Wow. So they got to come backstage, and somebody has to help them get in.
Get in and get out.
And how many giraffe changes are there during a show?
Well, 6.
A lot. 6,
yeah, at
right.
least 6.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And they've got to. How hard is it for the actors to learn how to walk in the?
You know, it's a mixed bag. It all depends on the actor.
Yeah.
I've had actors jump in, and within several hours, they're walking around like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then other performers who, I don't want to say hopeless.
Right, yeah, but
I don't want to say hopeless.
It's difficult to get used to
it's a
and find a
struggle.
performance in.
Yeah. And you know, stilts are an unusual thing to begin with because people's perspective of height is all different.
Right.
So again, some people think they're 20 feet in the air, and
So is it like every costume in this show seems to present a unique set of problems for both you as the person maintaining the costumes, but also the actors in finding a character in them?
yeah, and that's one of the things we always say is that Lion King's so unique. You know, there's so many different things that are going on stage. You didn't really encounter them when you did Cats or Wicked.
Yeah.
You know, this is a very unusual show, so you know, it's a learning process for everybody.
It keeps it, definitely sounds like it keeps it fresh.
For me especially, because these find ways of breaking that you would never imagine.
I found myself as a prop maker back in the early 90s astounded by what actors could break. I could hand them a TIG-welded steel thing and they'd come back with it in 3 parts.
What happened? And they wouldn't know.
No, they would have no idea. I
never
don't know, it just broke.
Yeah, just broke.
And this is much simpler, but no less gorgeous. Holy cow. And this is Mufasa.
Mufasa, and his mane is actually burnt and bleached peacock feathers.
Really?
Yeah. You
Wow.
wouldn't have guessed that.
No, I
No.
wouldn't have guessed that. And I see, am I right here that I'm looking at, this is a unit that actually plugs into his headdress?
Exactly. So his helmet has receptacles. And because during the show, he actually takes the mask completely off his head.
Yeah.
And then has to address his son as a human.
Right.
Without the puppet. So.
It's amazing that I didn't notice that the actors were wearing full covered headpieces. It really it didn't occur to me that that was happening.
That's great, yeah. And that's something we call the dual event, is, you know, you have that puppet, and hopefully that's where your focus is.
Right.
But you can separate it too, which is kind of important because, you know, the actor's face, and that's their main weapon.
I would imagine some actors get very attached to their costumes.
Absolutely, especially things like Zazu that are in your hand the whole time, and
Yeah.
without that, I mean, you know, you're naked. But yeah, Mufasa is the character, and the mask is the character.
And this also has modes of articulation. Am I right?
Well, no, just to adjust it, so if another actor needs to wear that we can physically move it.
Oh, okay. What's the worst fix you've ever had to implement? It's got to be during a show. A key piece broke during the show.
During
and
the show?
Tell me a story.
Well, you know, we have a warthog in the show, and he's 8 feet long. He's enormous, and he's 42 pounds. And
that's with all of the art and science, you've made him as light as humanly possible.
exactly.
He's still 42 pounds.
He's still 42 pounds. And so his 3/16 steel leg snaps off in the middle of the show, and there's no backup for Pumbaa. So, you know, I mean, it literally is. It's tape and zip ties and doing what you can, chewing gum, whatever it takes.
So in order to fix this stuff, you must travel with a shop. It's
travel.
all here.
Everything,
Really?
everything you see is traveled. So, and they don't make puppet shops in theaters for some reason. So, we find a space.
Will you give me? So I ask people on my Twitter feed all the time to tweet me their tiny workspaces in their apartments because I've had many. I'm sure you've had many.
Yeah.
Will you walk us through your tiny shop here?
You know, all the cases have masks and motors and all that stuff inside of them. So, you know, we travel all that stuff.
Right. Everything goes back in here.
And then there's tools over here and paint. So we travel all the paints.
So all the correct colors.
All the tools.
Multiple versions of every tool so you can fix multiple things at a time.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. And then
Did you build these road boxes?
grinders and things? No, they were built for us,
Okay.
but you know, to our specifications.
Yeah.
But and then we have to travel all the puppets too. So Zazu's travel in there.
Right.
All our flammable stuff.
Oh my gosh, right. You have your own flammable cabinet. That's so awesome. Sewing machine?
Sewing machine.
Is where?
Is
Let's
in
see.
here. So We have sewing machine, all of our large stock of, carbon
Extra
fiber.
leathers. Oh, wow. So you can actually do carbon fiber work in here if you have to.
Release cloth, all of our large pipes. There's so much stuff that we have hidden away.
I love it. People are always asking, like they look at my shop or big shops and say, but I don't have that much space. And you don't need that much space if you don't have it. You can make a lot to do without much.
Right.
And this is incredible.
And the leather, yeah. I mean, you have to be, very specific with what you need.
Yeah.
Those are elephant belts.
Elephant bells. Okay. So each performer there's a performer. How many people run those elephants?
4.
Okay.
4. I actually have a little mock-up of the elephant.
Oh, there it is.
It's not really a mock-up, it's a gift, but... Oh. So inside each leg is a performer.
Yeah.
And then the pipe goes in there.
Goes in there, and the actors.
And then they
so an actor in each leg.
In each leg. And it's actually one of the principal hyenas in 3 of the legs. So Ed and Bonsai and Shenzi are in the leg.
Right, there's only a certain number of actors, and there's a lot more characters, so everyone's doing multiple duties. Everyone is changing into different things.
Yeah, the hyenas aren't in Circle of Life, so they're in the elephant.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
I love that you are able to maintain a complete touring Broadway show out of just the road boxes I'm looking at.
Right,
here.
just this little shop. And this is as small as it gets,
Yeah.
but find a way.
Michael, thank you so much for giving me a tour of these amazing props. The show is beautiful. These costume pieces are 3 times as beautiful up close. It's really such a treat to see them in person.
Oh, cool. My pleasure, yeah.
Wonderful.